Oh, it actually reacted.
Oh, like I was in the fescue.
Like you were in the fescue.
Mayo experience.
Mayo experience. Mayo experience. Mayo experience. Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience presented by Underdog. You good people smash a like and sub to the channel, and in the description, you give me your winner for this year's US Open for a chance to win 2 boxes of these Underdog branded Pro V1 X's. Neal Ryan is here with me. PGA of Canada professional. Is that what we're calling it?
That's what we're calling it.
All right,
Yeah.
and my golf coach, so you can blame him for my ugly, ugly swings. We're playing at Oakmont, the site of this year's US Open. We've turned on the track. I'm glad they released it on TrackMan. That was nice of them to do.
Yeah, well, they have those little strategic things where they put them in the right time, but I like how they do it a little bit in advance, so we
can do
get to
this.
actually do this.
So you can see me hack around. Neal is going to be playing from the championship tees, but I do think that I think it said it was like 71-80. This course is going to play 73-80.
Okay.
So they have moved it back. You get a bit of a break here, but we're playing US Open style conditions. Maybe the rough won't be there, but as hard as you can fairways, as hard as you can greens. We're not going to be putting because no one needs to see that. We want to give you an overview and some of the strategy at the course. I went back and I watched Dustin Johnson play all of his shots from when he won here in 2016. This hole gave him so many problems. It was the only bad hole that he played each of the first 2 days.
Interesting. I wonder what that was for.
He just missed left, and there's bunkers down the left. There's just crap down the left. He had to like stand in a bunker, chip out. Now, both times he hit it to like 60 yards up and down, no problem.
Yeah.
And it's funny because number 4, we're going to get to it. It's a par 5. He was on and 2 on both and 3-putted both times.
Really?
He should have won that US Open by 200 shots.
Well, coming down the stretch there, it was probably some of the most impressive golf when DJ was playing good like that, where he had that cut working. But I mean, the last like 4 or 5 holes were unbelievable to watch. But I didn't watch as many. I don't know the front 9 at Oakmont as well as I know the back.
So let's get into it. So I'm up first from the whites. Haven't taken a single practice swing with the driver yet, so this is going to work out really well for me, I think. Let's see here. This blue one looks about right. Can't wait for a big. I'll play this in the DJ cut as well into the trees over here. We'll see how it goes.
I think the cut looks better on you than it does on DJ.
Well, it's funny because he wasn't even really cutting it all that much. He was hitting a big power cut when he needed it, but most of it was just. He led the field. He was 16 for 18 in fairways in round 1 and led everyone in driving distance. He was just hitting high, straight balls.
Wow.
And the par 5 on the back, I think he bombed it like 360 and couldn't get there with 2 shots. So
there are a few long holes on this track.
It should be. It's a US Open, but we'll see how this goes. No mulligans for me today, so I'm going to have to play it after I top it in front of me. We'll see how that goes. I think I just skied that. Go in between the bunkers. So these are the bunkers that DJ was in, and the rough in here is no joke. That's a terrible shot.
Okay. A terrible shot, but you know what? For hitting it poor, 240, and not seeing that overcut, as your golf coach, I'm happy to see that. All right. Let's see if we can put together a golf game this beautiful Sunday afternoon. I feel like I'm on the course right now.
That's good.
I can hear the birds chirping.
Oh, you just absolutely powered it down the middle. So where would you not want to miss here the most, left or right?
For me in particular, because I've kind of been seeing more of a right miss a little bit lately, I feel like if I was going to hit in the left bunkers, I'm going to have a better chance. I can't quite tell, but it kind of looks like these trees can get in your way a bit.
If you miss to the right. I think that's why DJ kept missing to the left. He didn't want to hit the cut.
And that was my kind of idea on that one, is I kind of said to myself, I said, gee, if you hit this over by Pat, it's okay. And if you leak it right, I think we're adding strokes to the scorecard.
This might, like, depending on the lie that you get in the rough at Oakmont this week, this might just be a punch out for players that are there. For us today.
Yeah. Well, you guys see on the TrackMan how you can see the golf ball?
Yeah, it's laying down, so we're going to get only...
So we got 193. It's a little bit downhill, but our power is at 90%. It's most likely a fairly 200-yard shot. So I think is a good.
Because you can still. I mean, there's a bit of a false front, I believe, at the front of the screen.
Very small though. It actually runs down. So
we can roll it up here.
Yes, the good one you could roll down on this one.
So I can hit a 5-iron from here. I do hear some music in the background. Is there a way to calm that in this room, just in case we don't get copyright infringement?
I will. I'll do that right away.
Yeah, we'll get that.
You know what? Let me take care of that right now.
You take care of that while people can see my my super strong grip with the 5-iron as I try not to slice it if I make a whole bunch of contact here. We'll see if we can get this to run up or just basically not try to shank it. Shanked it. Right off the heel of the club. Oh, and into the, short of the bunker. Not the end of the world. Very poor swing. Glad you didn't see that. You're going to have to watch the show back
I'm going to have to watch the show back.
to see how bad my...
Sorry you guys had to see that and I didn't. All right, 140 down the hill.
So it looks like it's a middle pin here on the... This green looks like a slice of toast.
It kind of does. I never really thought of it that way, but you're very right. I find it very interesting on this green. If I bring this up here, there's a lot of sharp edges. If I remove this and I remove all the numbers there, you see the front of the edge? I'm intrigued on why they do that, but there's a lot of holes on this course that have just they have sharp edges around the greens.
Oh, nice little draw into there. Get the stop when it hits, or is it a bit deep?
It's a little deep, but it should just go past the hole. It's a good place to putt from.
This is, I was thinking about Shane Lowry for this week, and after watching his putting performance at Memorial, which was just atrocious. I think he's last in the field in putting, but he's first in approach, first in greens and regulation. And he can get away with his 2-putt. 3-putts, not so much, but at the US Open, you can get away with those 2-putts. Like, just hit it to where you just hit it to, basically.
What do you see initially the score looking like?
-6, I would guess.
It's good.
Like, I bet you if you could get them to sign up for -6 right now, that they would.
Yep.
They'd be like, I'm probably the US Open champion if that happens. Maybe someone goes and lights it up. Like, there are going to be rounds where guys shoot 4 under, 5 under, 1 or 2 a day probably.
Yeah.
But that same guy might come back and shoot 77 the
I
next
don't know if you're going to avoid those double bogeys. This is a very interesting course because a lot of pros can avoid those high numbers.
Yeah.
But some of this rough you're going to get in, it's going to be hard pressed. I like that. I was thinking like low single digits as well.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Like, it's not going to be...
No.
Maybe it is. Who knows? Someone goes on the heater. Like that year that...
Scotty Scheffler is he's still on the tour, so, you know.
Well, the year that Rory won at Congo, when it's like, oh, he ate up the course. Like, there's 4 dudes that were under par.
Yeah.
Rory just happened to be like 16 under because he was unstoppable that week. Maybe it was 8 under. But I think he beat Day by 8 in that US Open. Which is kind of crazy to think about.
All right, let's see the hands. Oh, soft. I like it. It's just going to roll.
So, bogey for Pat on 1, and that just goes for days.
Yeah.
So you really do want to be short of this pin if it's at the front, and play it to the middle for those back pins to get that roll back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I probably hit that, 15 yards, and it went 41?
Yeah, well, soon I think that's a little bit of that trick of this course is like you had to land that on a downslope no matter what.
Yeah.
You had no other option except for hitting a downslope, so it's going to roll either way.
So here's number 2. So the shit on the left, shit on the right. So do you think this is going to be pure bomb and gouge? Because what I noticed from at least the early leaderboard in 2016, like Bubba was up there, DJ was obviously up there, but then you had a bunch of like Euros who were really good in the wind, despite the fact that it wasn't like they had to play on Friday because it got rained out on Thursday. But you saw Lowry up there, Westwood, Sergio, Andrew Landry was weirdly there. A guy plays like, he's won twice on tour, plays well in Texas. So maybe in the wind, Scott Piercy was up there.
Yeah.
Like, not guys that you would associate with just absolutely mashing it off the tee. Sergio you would.
Sergio you do, but all those guys are ball strikers.
And Scheffler was -1 as an amateur after the first round.
Yeah. I mean, this course, it's interesting to think about the bomb and gouge because like you clearly can't miss left on this one in particular.
You can't really miss right either.
You can't really miss right.
I think OB is right.
Yeah, you know what? And I really like this hole here. It's actually shorter, but that cross bunker just past there is right in my way too. So
yeah, that's 277 out, and you just put the last one, 3?
Yeah, probably like 290, 300. So I really don't want to crush this, but I'd like to have a nice, more of a neutral pattern. I left it out, but I caught it. Oh, you know what?
That's gonna be fine.
Yes,
Maybe.
yes.
You can punch that up.
I love missing the bunkers here because I have a feeling those aren't going to be very fun to hit out of.
Well, I believe that the church pew bunkers are the ones that are going to be, I think it's between 3 and 4. Like up one side on 3, up the other side on 4.
The famous church pew.
It's a beautiful course. Like, I'm glad that they've kind of put this as, I don't want to say like the main US Open course, but one that they're going to continuously come back to, because a lot of the other ones got subbed out for like Bethpage is a PGA Championship location. It's a Ryder Cup one now. Southern Hills is going to be PGA Championship. Torrey Pines is out, it looks like.
Really?
So it's just going to be Pebble Beach. And then the PGA Championship will go to like Olympic and Harding Park and everything like that. That you're just going to have your very similar rotation. Although I'm kind of bummed Chambers Bay didn't get a redo.
Me too. I think Chambers Bay is actually a great course. Nice ball.
I think I hit that right off the toe. Fortunately, I don't have your distance, so it's okay.
Ah, good ball, man. Right down the middle.
Nice
Club
little-
speed 107. You know what, Pat? We'll take that.
Not bad.
Not bad.
So what do we got left coming in here?
66.
66 to the pin. So there's a sand. I don't hit my 60 all that well, so I won't. What did I do with my sand wedge? My 56. I just had it in my hand. I swear to God.
It's right there beside your
It
bag.
is right here next to my bag. Perfect.
I'm not 100% sure if that's on video, but I hope it is.
It is. That's it. That's the 56. So I have actually been. It's funny, because these shots do give me a lot of trouble.
Yep.
Just
As they do for a lot of people. This is a tough distance.
Yeah, because before I was like opening up my club and basically like trying to hit a flop, and when I hit it perfectly, it's like a 60-yard hit and stop.
Yeah.
But I just chunk it or blade it so often that it just the reward is not good for the risk of the shot. So
it's only applicable in a situation where like you need to go high with it. But here, you don't need that. So you can just hit it very...
I don't, but what I've found is I actually watched Justin Thomas do this.
Yes.
That in order to keep himself upright, that I can still get the ball up, he was going toe down with his wedges.
Very true.
So
and it gets the handle a little higher, which makes you stand a little taller.
And
too.
then like it's kind of back to 60%. Still like cock the wrist and just kind of come through and swing out a little bit. I found it's been, even if I hit it off the toe,
more
to miss
consistency.
It's going close to where I want it to go, rather than if I really try to take a swing at it, I might shank one off and try to do too much with it.
If you have too much wrist, too much swing, there's more elements for mistakes.
So let's see if I can finally get someone. This feels like a birdie hole for the pros, honestly.
It does.
If you can hit that nice drive. Toe down.
Nice.
I don't know
Now
if
I
I hit
should
it.
skip because we're playing such hard greens. Oh, excellent.
Yeah, we'll get it up there.
Nice. 15-footer, something like that?
Make a par here. I don't think that the auto putt is going to give me one, 17 feet to the pin.
No, but...
I did hit that a bit off the inside of the club, but I like that forgiveness of it, though.
Yeah.
From the fairway, at least.
Well, if you're going to be hitting it off the fairway especially, you want to make sure that it's fairly neutralized. If you do get that open or close a little bit, it digs, it slides.
So
I liked your setup there a lot.
With where this pin is in the front right, or front-ish middle right here, where would you want to be? Obviously, you'd want to be here, but on the other side of the bunker, not in the rough. Like this area of the fairway, kind of where I was at, seems like the spot.
Right in front of that bunker is probably perfect.
Yeah.
Because then you have a look in sideways. If you go actually too far left and they shove that pin in the back left, I don't think you can actually leave it on the green.
That's probably true. You probably have to run it up.
You probably have to hit it. I think that's going to happen a lot, where you're going to have to hit it to like the mouth of the opening of the green and then figure it away, especially with them being fast and firm too, because they can't spin them.
So you're just opening it up a 60?
Yeah, I have a 60 here. I'm going to aim just a little left. I'd like to play this one maybe 10 feet left of the hole, but I do know this has to get up fairly quickly. And then it should bounce and stop. It's going to be hard because you know what? Out of the rough, especially we're not even playing at a long rough, that shot would have been really hard because that's so realistic. I landed at the perfect distance, but it rolled 35 feet.
So there are some courses, obviously, that you're going to have a huge advantage playing out of the fairway versus the rough. Do you think that this is going to be one where, again, I'm just trying to get the sense of, basically the question is, do I want to bet Bryson or not?
It's a great
Like,
question.
is Bryson going to get away with so much more? Because like this is 472. I believe this is playing at 501 during the tournament. That if Bryson just misses 360 up the past. I mean, he could probably fly the church pews.
Well, the thing is, I think that why Bryson might actually be a good pick, it might not be as much of his ball striking. These greens are so slopey, slow, difficult, where he does showcase with that style of putting like this. He's really, really accurate with lag putts. So if he even bomb and gouges it, ships it onto the green to 40 feet, he's probably going to two-putt every single time.
That's what I'm thinking.
I agree.
Like, instant, because no one's, as we've just seen on the first 2 holes, like getting it inside 10 feet is going to be pretty tough.
Really
and
hard.
anyone who gets aggressive with their shots, like even if you tried to take, like you played that one out to the left, because there's that bunker short right, which I assume is death if you're in it.
I am
like an
assuming, too.
insta bogey, maybe
I feel
worse.
the same way because I don't think we could spin it or get enough on it.
So Bryson's approach play has been really bad at both of the past, like at the Masters it was bad, and he came, 4th?
Yeah.
He came 2nd at the PGA Championship with just horrendous play from 100 yards and in.
It'd be tough to him not to see him finish in the top 10.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, that if this is going to be just play the most conservative shot, that's basically just Bryson's iron play anyways, leaving it to 40 feet and 2-putting.
So true.
Like he's not taking on these pins.
No, he's not taking on the pins and he doesn't have to. But if he hits a ball 340 yards down the middle, he then has the opportunity to take on the pin because he has a wedge in the hand.
And then he'll just miss to 40 feet and 2-putt.
and 2-putt. Feels like we watch Bryson way too often. Oh, I hit it in the church pews.
Oh, you're in the...
Yeah. You know
Maybe
what?
we'll get lucky over it.
Let's test out the church pews.
Good luck. Were you hitting a draw there?
I was actually trying to hit a little squeeze fade, and I towed it slightly.
You know what's funny? I've been teeing my ball down a bit lower recently, and I've been hitting the ball higher.
Yeah, so
As weird as that might sound.
it's not too weird, because if you tee it down lower, you're kind of descending down on it more, so you almost pinch the ball a little bit, which creates that height. But that's also why you're noticing your 5-iron have more of that like flight high now, because you're pinching it better. So I don't mind that when you're watching a guy hit a driver down on it a bit versus trying to hit it way up in the air.
Uh-oh. There's that big slice right off the toe of the club. Well, that's going to be bad news. So don't miss over there. Do you think you'd rather be in play here where I am or where you're at?
I don't think there's an answer. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do here. You know what?
And this is, like, from here up is what, 22 feet it says?
Yeah. So I have a 7-iron because I think I need to get it up a little higher.
Like, do you think you'd be able to get it there?
I'm going to try.
Like, to get it over that
I have
part
to
of
use, yeah, I have to use a lot of athleticism. I kind of have to jump at this one a bit. I kind of use my hand. I got to help it up a bit. There's a few things I got to do, but if I hit this correctly, I'll get it up in front of the green, but if I hit it, I'll be in the church pew in front of me.
You got it up. It's going to get there. Let's see what happens when it hits. I fall off into that bunker.
Ooh.
Oh, no, it keeps on going.
Hey, we'll take that.
So tough green to hold.
Nice.
And it's uphill, so this isn't like one where even where I'm at, I can't just chunk it out and run it up.
No.
Like I'd have to get it up,
Yep.
which I'll be able to do off this, but I wouldn't be able to do in real life, most likely, because that's something like 75 power, 164.
We should just replace this mat with just a different one that has longer grass on it.
I'll hit a 7-iron out of here and probably end up short of where I need to go.
Yeah, but you know what? If you hit the 7-iron and it goes up, but you hit the fairway, it might roll 20 or 30 yards.
Yeah, but yes, but it won't probably get up to the green if I don't hit it well enough.
Correct, yeah. But the last thing you'd probably want to do here is hit it long, so...
Yes, especially with that pin being at the very back. At least I'll have some green to work with. Not that it helps me out all that much. What do you make of like Scotty's chances here?
It's tough to not bet on him because he just doesn't really miss that often.
And he doesn't miss fairways
That's
all
the
that
kicker.
often.
So he just kind of plays this game where he really is one of the best drivers of the ball. Oh my, look at this. You actually might have hit it too far, Pat.
Get up there!
I don't know, what a shot.
And that keeps on going too.
And that's just what we're going to see all week long, where it's like, nice shot. Now you're obligated to go chip out of the long rough and try to get it up and down. See, the other question I have is, what are your thoughts on, someone like Jordan Spieth, who seems to be playing pretty well right now, a little bit better.
You
but
just want Jordan Spieth to win.
Yeah, but I'm just a Jordan Spieth fan. But what are your thoughts on his short game? Like, just in general, him being that crafty and that, even though he misses some putts, if he catches some fire, what are your thoughts?
I think that the rough, especially around these greens and what you have to hit into, I don't know if the numbers back this up or not, but I always get the sense, maybe you can speak to a little bit more, that, like, think about where Victor Hovland, that's a chip for you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, take your nice par and move on.
Thank you.
But the thicker the rough gets, I feel like the better advantage it gives to the worst chippers.
True.
Like that all that skill that Patrick Reed and Spieth and Scheffler have.
Yeah.
I feel like gets a little bit mitigated because you can't control the shots out of here. Like you
Yeah.
kind of have, like Scotty's really good at hacking it out, but so is Hovland, so is Ludwig.
It's true.
Like, but if you get them with the players and everything is shaved off and they actually have to open it up and spin it and get it to stop, like Justin Thomas would.
Yeah. Well, that's also
They
why
can't do it. They're just blading it. They're
an
chipping like me.
I wonder how he's going to do. That's an interesting name to bring up, JT.
I feel like he's too wayward off the tee, and he doesn't have like if he can hit it straight. I mean, if any of these guys hit it straight, they're going to be a real problem this week. If Rory hits it straight, he's going to win by a billion shots.
Rory actually could play quite well here.
So this is going left to right.
Right to left.
Right to left, sorry.
It's all good. I just want you to make sure it's clear in your mind so you can hit a nice chip.
And it's downhill, right?
Actually, it's 10 inches uphill.
Oh, okay.
But it's
firm. My lack of spin game,
yes, I was
going to
say
rough,
it's
going to roll on me.
Oh.
Stay in the circle. That just goes too.
Look at that.
So that mid-range putting, I think that's why I didn't even feel like I hit that chip poorly.
No, you didn't. It just, when you hit it, it's when it gets on the green, there's no stopping it. There's no spin out of the rough, and it's just going to tumble. How fast are they going to be playing the greens?
I would imagine as fast as possible.
Oh, par 5 here on the other side
So
of the
yeah, this is the par 4 that Dustin got to both times, and then 3 putted. It's a super long green.
So do they
from
play
left
this
to
as
right.
a par 4?
No, this is a par 5. There's 2 par 5s, this one and the one on the back, to make it a par 70.
See if I can hit that.
Hey, have you played TPC Toronto before?
I have. I actually played an event there before they did their new restorations and the improvements. Though.
Bombers, right?
Bombers. It's a long golf course. It's wide though.
Yeah.
I don't know how I don't know how quite they did the new manufacturing, but when I was there, the guys, I think it was a PGA Championship for Canada, and I know the guys there, I think like it was 10 deep or something like that. But I have a tough time believing from hearing a lot of the pros that have played it. They said it's gotten considerably harder.
And it can be very wind affected, right?
Yes, yeah, it's out in the open. All right, let's see if I can hit that cut I was trying to hit last hole.
No.
Missed the church pews.
Back into the...
Missed them. Oh, man. I'm going to have to work on the game here, I guess. You know what, though? This is why we're doing this. We're showcasing the course to everyone.
Well, it's one thing funny to go back, like, because I noticed this, like, in watching it, because I went back and watched some, like, more of the full rounds of what was happening. And, like, it's one thing to watch DJ pipe at 330 down the middle every single time. It's like, well, of course, he won. That's where you want to be. It makes everything pretty easy. Like, he'll hit it high. He'll stop it on the green, like I said, like 25, 30 feet away. Try to make it, but really just playing defensively to 2-putt with no problem. I started watching everyone else, and this is like they know they need that extra distance.
Yeah.
So they're ratcheting up their club speed, and just shots are flying everywhere. And when that happens, so I was trying to think about like building out, not necessarily a card for betting, because that's going to be tough. Like you're going to have to take one of your guys at the top.
Yeah.
And then 2 or 3 guys that you think that might have a chance, like the Wyndham Clarks of the world when he ended up winning. But there's a lot less forgiveness at this course, like there was at LA Country Club.
Very true.
So do you go with Connors is going to be overinflated, but that type of driver where obviously he's not big off the tee.
Yeah.
Like Henley too.
They show up though in big moments.
But they don't win.
But they don't win. Could be just, you know what? Just in each way.
Yeah, just in each way. But I'm thinking about like building out like a DraftKings lineup, things like that.
Yeah.
There's that slice again. I'm hitting it off the toe every time.
Go.
Get over it all at least.
Go. Okay.
Well, nice 230. Swinging it very poorly.
We're talking a lot, so, you need to get the concentration
That's
back.
it. I'm going to blame that. That sounds like a much better idea for me. Oh, it's you. At least I got it past you despite you hitting it 90 yards past my ball.
That's okay. You know.
So if you're in this, obviously you're not trying to like take any sort of hero shot. No. Is it just a layup to what you prefer?
Yeah, exactly. So here's a good way to think about it too, if I was to kind of just put it in the right spot, is I want to leave myself like 100 yards. I'm a big believer that if I don't, what's the point of hitting my 3-iron here? Let's say I'm in the fairway. On this, let's say I was 10 yards more over here, and I'm hitting it in the fairway. What's the point of hitting it to 70 yards? I can't control the spin, right? So if I'm hitting it to a certain distance and laying it up, it has to be between 90 and about 130 or 40. So that gives me a good range. But the last thing I'd want to do is hit a ball down to like, I don't know, 50 yards short of the screen. To the left, that's solid. Oh, I'm just might miss that fairway.
Gotta hang on to that little graduated cut.
Oh, that's okay. I still hit the right distance though. I tried to help that one out of the bunker, so I just hit a little left. But you know what? We got the ball going a little left today, so we'll make some adjustments.
Second shot. I'm just gonna aim a little left here, because that's where my hybrid goes anyway.
Yeah. Would you like me to align you just slightly?
No, you know what? Because that's just the way it comes out anyway.
You know what? You know your game so well.
I'm starting to understand it a little bit better. Now watch, I've been hitting everything off the toe, so it's definitely going to be sliced back into this crap. But
positive thinking, Pat.
Hopefully I can actually put one out here. Got to continue to stay upright. I've been dealing with a bad case of over the top. And I told you before we started, I keep getting these Instagram videos now. It's like, here's Justin Rose. Mate, pretend you're skipping a rock across. I'm hitting the bottom of the ball. Like, I can't do that. I get the swing idea.
It's the ideas there, but changing it in full speed and time is tough.
So this is sort of what I'd like to mimic a little bit more.
Well, holding on to your turn longer instead of feeling like you move your
just
right
firing.
hip. Yeah, and then you lose that control, and the pattern goes too far left on you. What a golf swing. If you just...
at least I'm
you know
over
what?
it.
Got over the bunker. All right. And I have
but everything's real, although that's not as big of a hook or a big of a slice as I would have imagined.
No, that was just a little baby fade. 117 down. Rough's not doing anything. I'm only just...
Yeah, it's down 13 feet.
It's probably about 110.
But it looks like there might be, I don't know if it's a complete drop off onto the green. I think it might be like a little like down and up.
Yeah, a little false front. So I'm going to probably try to fly it there, of course. I got a wedge in my hand. I left it out to the right a bit. I'm curious to see how this reacts. Look at that. That's a tough one. So I didn't miss that by a ton, but I definitely left it out. And that scooted and went right
across.
Yeah, right across.
What do I get?
And you can actually see where I hit there. Look at the false down here. So that pin is just sitting.
So you want to be playing this like out to the left,
yeah,
basically.
I'd like to see almost try to land it on the left side of the circle. 42 yards? Yeah, 40-yard shot type idea.
A little on the back. I'm going to try that toe down again.
I like that.
I just feel like it keeps me on plane. Like
100%.
It's not over there. It's not a mishit over there.
When you get your hands low, sometimes you can get flippy and rotationally, and you can get chunky with it.
Oh, I just did what I said I didn't want to do.
Did it hop out of the bunker?
It did hop out of the bunker.
It got out of the bunker. All right, we got an opportunity here.
So that's what happens when your club gets caught in this deep, deep rough. So this should feed down a little bit. Although there's not as much left to right as I imagined.
No, it's more so front to back. It's more so back where my ball was coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even get it out of the rough.
Man, that rough killed it.
I thought it would just go up and roll down. No, this is how you start making a mess when you're bad like me.
Oh, you got this. You're one chip away, a good chip away from the last one not happening. Great way to think about it. Yeah, there we go. That was nice. Sit there.
That's still going.
Crazy.
That's what I thought the first one would do. It would hit and just kind of continue
Scoot
onto
forward.
the pin. Well, Pat Mayo's score is not looking good here. Yours isn't so bad. You're even par. How did the qualifier go for the Canadian Open?
Oh, it was good. It was really difficult. It's a really cool story, though. I mean, like, I didn't play well. 7,300-yard course. It was really cold and wet and windy. But I actually hit one ball around the whole property. Felt really good. Didn't make any putts. I missed 10 putts inside 10 feet. That's a great way to put it. And I shot 79. So a good way to look at it. But the three guys that shot the lowest score to qualify directly for the spot all shot the course record. What do you think it was?
65?
70.
70 is the course record?
71 was the course record before we teed it up there. Yeah, my round started 555-yard par 5, 210-yard par 3 up the hill, 665-yard par 5. And you're sitting there and you're like, it's 8 degrees out.
Yeah, the ball's not quite flying.
It's just a little one, and scoot it. Get inside that gimme circle.
Yeah, the gimme circle is going to be good. Keep you at level par. I'm now 4 over, I believe. I was having some problems sleeping. When anyone has little kids, that's probably going to be the case. They'll come up, wake you up in the middle of the night for no real apparent reason. So you're waking up, you're going back to sleep, you're waking up, going back to sleep. It's not the best sleep. I put my Apple Watch on and tried to track my sleep tracker. It was not going well. A lot of that changed once I got a Helix mattress, however, because I was able to customize it to both what I want, what my wife wants, and now we're sleeping throughout the night. The little noises that would just normally wake you up when you're not sleeping well, no longer the case for me. No more back pain either, because I'm actually sleeping on a mattress that is perfect for what my back demands, which is a lot because I have a terrible back. The one that I had before my Helix mattress, I spent a lot of money on it. It was bad after like 2 years. It had like the divot in it from where I sleep. It was unflippable. It was a horrendous waste of money. Not only is the Helix mattress I have now way better, it was also significantly cheaper. And it just showed up to my door in a box. Very easy to get onto my bed frame and just start using right away. So you can have all your problems solved with a Helix mattress as well. So you can go to helixsleep.com/mayo for 20% off site-wide. That's helixsleep.com/mayo for 20% off site-wide. Be sure to enter my name at the checkout so they know that I sent you. helixsleep.com/mayo. I've been telling you about Skims for a while. The men's brand is amazing. It's all I'm wearing now. I bought enough pairs of Skims. They sent me some at the beginning. That's how they get me. They sent me 2 or 3 pairs, and I was like, these Skims are amazing. I'm going to wear these all the time. But I only had 3 pairs. So then I had to go use my own promo code at Skims and go get more pairs. So I'm covered for at least 2 weeks because that is how comfortable they are. It's not only protecting the junk. The junk is in a top-notch position in my skins. They're not sagging around. I'm getting old. I'm past 40. As soon as I turn 40, I think my balls dropped like 3 inches. It's no good. But I'm playing a ton of golf right now. They keep me comfortable on the course. And I'm a connoisseur of tight pants. Shocking to the viewers, I know. But you don't want to get bunched up. You wear boxers, it gets clumpy. Looks like you have a fupa on the go. That ain't no way to live. You want some Skims to make sure that everything is a sleek look, both personally and how it fits, and aesthetically for when people see it. You don't want that bunching up. It just looks weird. It's uncomfortable. It's nothing that you ever have to deal with again if you have Skims. So shop Skims Men's at skims.com and let them know that I sent you. After you place your order, select podcast in the survey and select the Pat Mayo Experience in the drop-down menu that follows. Skims.com/Pat Mayo. The time has come to get some new golf clubs, and that means one thing. Heading over to the local PXG store for a fitting. They make the best golf clubs, period. My handicap has remained about the same this season. I've had the transition from my old irons over to PXG irons. I can tell you the main difference for me is that I'm starting to hit the ball like a player of my handicap is. I'm not just relying on short game and putting anymore. My old clubs had those thick backs, and my 7-iron would go anywhere from 160 to 210. There was no control over the club. With my new PXG irons, I can flight the ball the way I want it. If I want to hit a draw or a fade, I can do that with these clubs. There's so much customization
that goes into it. That's why the fitting was so important for me. And the fastest way to improve your performance on the golf course is a PXG fitting. PXG fitters are highly trained, highly experienced, incredibly experienced even, and have a deep understanding of how to optimize your clubs to get the most out of your swing. That's what they did for me. My game is about to go over the ledge. My goal this year was to break 75 and to shoot at least 1 under on a 9 somewhere over the course of the season. I've been flirting with it already. Frankly, it's my short game and putting that have been letting me down. Now that I hit my iron so well, I'm in spots that I'm just not normally used to being. Hitting 4 irons and 5 irons and skying them up, getting them to land softly is just a whole new world to me, and it's all thanks to my PXG clubs. Plus, PXG fittings are educational and fun. So schedule your fitting today, and for a limited time, you could save up to 20% on your entire order. Head over to pxg.com/PatMayo. That's pxg.com/PatMayo to save up to 20% on your entire order. pxg.com/PatMayo. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Another par 4. Yeah, well, we'll get to a par 3 eventually. I think there's one that they're playing at like next week that I think it's gonna be like 267 or something.
Yeah.
Not for me, for you.
Yeah. That's a long one.
So there's the shit. Like the fairway runs out at 317. It looks like it runs out a bit uphill. Do you think guys will take driver here for sure?
Depends on the turf conditions, and it probably depends on the wind direction. But if I did hit this hard enough, I probably am going to run out of that fairway there. But I'm going to see if I can actually do it because I've hooked the last few. I'm going to see if I can hit one well enough to see if I can get it through that fairway.
Well, that one's dead straight.
Yeah, I hit that well. 112 for 165. And it should be low and scooty.
Yeah, it's a 290 carry, and you are going to go
through.
So,
fair enough. So I don't have the exact steam that those guys do. They're a little higher than that. So I would say this is most likely a 3-wood, 5-wood type idea. Maybe even a driving iron. Because I also just left myself with like 70 yards in the rough on a downhill slope. So
yeah. So
we wanted to test it, but that definitely is not the play. 343 from your tees?
343 from my threes, and it's 2. I mean, there's a chance that I put this through too.
Yes.
If I actually connect, but I haven't been connecting, so.
Well, this is the one to start on.
There it is again.
Little lack of conviction.
I am, yeah. Like I'm all free.
Yeah. What we call that is a little bit of controlling. So what happens is your club speed dumps down to like 100. You're feeling like you're trying to control it, but what happens is you don't let the club go.
I'm just yanking it through.
So then the club face stays open and we leak it right.
121.
Yeah, difficult one here because the slope is so far.
And the pin is at the front, but it looks like there's no fairway before the green. It's all just rough.
No,
so
it's 75% power, so it's probably 135. It's probably like a pitching wedge, man, to be honest.
Showcasing myself well in your coaching skills here in this.
Yes. Well, you know what? When we turn you around for the back 9, then people live will be able to see it.
Where is? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's on the 121. I have you set to the 124 because the lie is like left to right.
Yeah.
So just a smooth.
So it's a little bit.
It's gonna move it right.
Yeah, it's a little bit below my feet.
Yeah.
Just hit it like crap.
That's a tough pin. Wow.
We're not having a good time out here. Need you to figure it out.
Yeah. We're going to work on it. This is not an easy one, so I'm going to probably go to the roof with this on purpose.
Bunker City?
No.
Oh, the rough held it up.
It's not bad at all. Really difficult, so I tried to add some vertical to it, but you're at the whim of the bounce.
Yes.
Luck.
And I need to get this up out of the fescue or whatever the hell this is.
Ooh, the thick stuff.
The thick stuff is not going to be good here. Toe down, play it back a little bit, try to get some height.
Gonna need a little more than that energy through that long stuff.
Am I just like, it feels like with all my shots, I'm just not swinging through it.
It's actually a good learning point for a lot of people and viewers that you have too, though, is what's happening is it's the lack of intensity through
the
impact.
ball.
Yeah, correct. And all you're trying to do is because you're trying to finesse it a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that.
I chunked it.
Oh, it's okay. That's a little chip. Maybe chip this one in.
Short game needs work. It's funny because it was.
Oh, it's me.
It's you.
Look at this.
It was,
Well, at Oakmont, it's gonna be exposed. Is a good way to put it. This has to be so delicate. Look at that.
yeah, as you can see, it's up on that. It's up on that shelf. That's just gonna go for days.
Oh man, this is gonna be a really fun course to watch. Actually.
Well, there's gonna be creativity and like angles like that, but I don't know. Like I'm just trying to think. Like obviously, Scotty prohibited favorite.
Yep.
What's the case for Scotty not winning? Someone just plays better, or this actually gives him problems?
This gives him problems. That's the only way that happens. I think he hits it a little sideways off the tee, and he gets in problems.
Gone. See ya. Well, at least it's on. Actually hit the chip.
The chip was fun.
Reasonable. Where I wanted it to go.
Wonder if we're gonna pass by a par 3 here.
Well, it's about time.
And are they? I don't know actually.
Triple bogey. Pat, it's top 60 and ties make the cut, so I'm
You're a little behind right
a
now.
little behind. I need to make some magic happen here.
Par 3. How far do we have? It doesn't actually look all that far.
178 for me. It's going to be 204 for you.
Downhill with the wind. Downhill with the wind, and with firm greens.
Good luck.
Yeah, if I can actually kind of peel just a slight fade high of the hole, the slope should bring it back down for me to the pin, but it has to be up in the air.
Coming back.
Yeah, it's close. It's going to be almost the number.
Oh,
Tough there. You know what? Little lack of conviction on that one for me, too. Didn't quite hit it. But I would say a good idea would take a practice swing and try to increase some speed past the ball. It's a great rehearsal because when you're in the middle of a game, especially you guys at home too, you can't be thinking about mechanics and thinking about stuff, but you can increase some speed, which stabilizes the hands a bit. What club do you got?
7-iron.
I like that.
Using my PXGs, I'm getting that extra distance.
Yes.
I might be giving away a PXG driver next week too. If people want to continue to tune into all the Pat Mayo Experience U.S. Open coverage.
I like that.
And if they're watching this, they still have time to buy tickets to the live show on Saturday in Toronto.
So you're up at the live show and you're doing that on Saturday?
Yeah.
Good. Good swing, Pat. See, what happens there is you actually hit it. And on that one in particular, you
Can't
gave
even
it
hold the
so
green.
much effort.
Look at
though.
it go.
Yeah, that's not that, man. That's a lot better than those short right ones.
That's true. If I'm going to be carrying my 7-iron 181, I can deal with that, I think.
Yeah, no, that was great. I am going to be in a difficult spot here. So this is where things are going to get dicey if your game's not intact, but I know for a fact that this goes down. So I have to...
So like, what's a reasonable leave here? 20 feet?
No, I can probably get this in within the circle if I did it correctly. If I land it just to the right, spin it a bit, because the bunkers, technically, the bunkers are where the pros are going to want to miss all week long.
Yeah.
It's because we can control it. But what happens is you have to accept that past the hole, 15, 20 feet, is a good shot.
Or just make it.
Oh,
Ooh.
sit.
And that still goes,
That
too.
was nice.
So there's
Look at
going to be a
that.
lot of these. I mean, This is no different than any U.S. Open. Those like 6-7 foot par saves all week.
All week long. And
like,
even
you'll
that
take
one
that.
there, how good that is, and then all of a sudden you're sitting there and you're like, okay, now I have to, and look how much the green slope too. So you're also going to have to take that into account. But you're going to want to get this a little up to that left side for sure. I like that. Go. Go.
Scummed it on the way through. Didn't even hit it clean.
No.
I've been having that problem past 3 rounds, and now obviously it's happening again today. Don't know what's going on.
Same
I'm hitting before the ball, which I
Same.
don't normally do.
Same thing, right? So what happens is
Just
like,
not committing. But every
Yeah.
time I commit to hit it,
you just have to make sure what you commit to hit it, so you can't commit to hit it too much. That's too much, but you need to at least keep that moving, which just is that. And instead we try to finesse it and we go. And
Yeah.
it's just like it gets caught up and stuff. All right, we're back to the big clubs now. The 7th hole, 440. Ooh, this is one in particular this is a tough little driving hole.
so you have 176 to the end of the fairway. Oh no,
No,
I have that wrong.
263 to where the marker is, the bunker.
To have 176
To have 176 in. So
and that's uphill 12 feet as well.
Yes.
And
So this is going to be one where the guys most likely are going to have to make a choice. They have to hit it.
they have to fly those
Yeah,
bunkers.
you got to make a decision here to hit a good one.
So you have no problem clearing those then. So guys, it feels like if you could get,
That's fine.
if you could power it enough up that left-hand
At that
side,
left side, I think you could actually get quite a bit of extra distance on that
like
ball.
because you were able to fly both sets of bunkers, you were able to fly them.
Yeah, and I flew it. I had 290 in the air, and
But if you can get it to here,
yeah,
that it might just roll. It seems like it will roll down.
roll,
Like,
keep going.
yeah, because it's uphill to where we're hitting it right now, but I don't know if I think it goes up and then a little bit back down.
Yeah,
That
which
once
is kind of the pro courses where it's like if you carve it correctly, the designers make it like you'll get 30, 20 extra yards out of your drive.
All right, let's hit a good one here for once.
Let's see that conviction like we were talking about, the
Yeah,
strength past the ball.
Yeah, I shouldn't have told you when I was coming down. I'm driving it pretty well. Watch out for me. Wrong.
Yeah, the first words that came out of his mouth this morning. Yeah.
I can't believe how well I'm ball striking it right now. Nope. At least I'm not on that highway. That's probably a good sign. That was an awful shot. All right, gotta now just play something, try to get it down there with a hybrid.
Yeah, believe it or not, if you hit a good shot here, you'll be sitting right in front of that green with how hard you hit this thing.
Well, you've just watched me hit a bunch in a row. Not hitting it particularly well.
I'm just waiting for you to just find that
Waiting to
groove.
turn it on a bit.
Yeah. You're just going through the warm-up phase.
Gotta stay. Feel like I'm getting down too much and not staying up.
Staying up. So it's a good focal point, something very simple.
It's gonna work too. It's a terrible shot. Right off the heel of the club.
Nice miss, sir. How far do we have in? 144 yards down the hill a little bit. 3-4 miles an hour in the face, a little in the rough. It's probably like 100.
So the second shot, this should be a potential birdie hole for guys.
This is, yeah, for looking at this right now, I mean, we're hitting it to a shelf in the corner, which I don't appreciate TrackMan doing this right now, but I think this is a good birdie opportunity.
And there's only going to be so many. So far, 2, 4, and this is 7. 4 being the par 5s. Nice shot.
Thank you.
Will give you potential opportunities.
So far, I believe those are the potentials.
And the other ones are just
Save.
make some pars.
Yeah, try your hardest. That
Go-
par 3 is tough. The par 3s are definitely going to be just like, probably the average is going to be like 3.6, 3.7.
You think so?
Yeah, I think these the par 3s are tricky. That was nice.
That's better.
That was so nice.
More like it. Get in.
Oh, beautiful, Pat. Well done. Hey,
Stay.
nice par.
There we go. No, it's going to be a bogey.
Wait.
It's par 4.
Oh.
Remember I drove it like 100 yards off the tee to the right?
My apologies. You know what? My brain went that the gimme was giving you the putt. I was too energetic there. Didn't mean to put you down like that.
It's okay.
I think this should be a par 3. Yeah.
Yeah, what do we got here?
Oh, this is a cool hole. You see that bunker in front as well.
It looks like the bunker kind of wraps around everything.
235 yards.
Fun.
Fun.
And you got to carry it. I guess you could run it up if you hit a draw.
I actually am thinking that exact thing.
Because it's 14 feet, but you might be able to get some roll, and you just cannot miss left here.
No.
Even if you're in the rough, at least you can roll it to the pin. Where this pin is, you'd be short-sided in that left bunker.
Yeah, I'm playing something. I have a 4-iron, which is my 220 club, so I'm purposely playing it short for that run.
Have you overcut it?
I've overdrew it, but I hit it well. I can't complain about that one. That one felt nice. It didn't. The direction wasn't there.
Would you rather be in the bunker where you're at or closer? Like, obviously, you have a bit more room. You have room to land it back in the bunker, of course.
For professionals, though, it's a bunker over everything, personally, I believe. And I think that comes from the control.
But I just mean like you're in the bunker towards the middle to the back, probably on a flat lie. The closer you get to that lip, I assume the harder it becomes. Because these are a bit vertical.
They're more vertical. You do want to be a little more on the upslope of the bunker to give yourself the height, but also the bunkers here are pretty deep. So
I've been having a problem with a big slice with my 5-iron.
So what we're going to do is we're going to stay committed and turn it into a really nice power fade.
Just try to swing like I'm hitting a draw and hopefully it just kind of goes straightish.
Yeah, your mental side is that you're feeling like you're feeling that draw that we've talked about, but it's actually going to showcase it straight. And it's just a power fade. And there's the one we're trying to get a little more out of you.
Well, stay on the green for the love of God.
Man, that
just goes.
crazy.
It had no height on it.
It had no height, but, well, unfortunately, you're outside 65 feet.
So that's not a gimme for me?
Not a 2-putt. It's a 3-putt.
It's a 3-putt?
Yeah. See, this gets difficult here because I have to basically fly this and spin it. But I should be able to do it fairly well.
I think that's all a downslope too. So it's going to go. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
And got it to stop.
That was nice. I think you're supposed to hit it off the center. And that's where that came off. Yeah.
3 putts for bogey. I mean, if I could 3-putt from there in the with U.S. Open conditions, I'd probably be pretty happy.
You'd probably be fairly happy. I would agree.
All right, I need to make a par here to get back to bogey golf.
You do. All right.
Stay above bogey golf. +8's not going to be cutting it here.
Maybe go 8 under on the back 9. Positive thinking.
This looks.
Oh, I towed it.
This is way uphill too, isn't it?
The old tow hook.
Get out of it.
It's okay. T's just up here.
So I think what we've seen so far is that these left misses, if you're going to miss, tends to be the miss. I mean, here you can kind of miss it anywhere.
Here you can kind of miss it anywhere. Yeah. I have a long golf shot in, though. Because the thing is with the firm, fast fairways, like I did, if I hit it down the fairway and hit it 320, it's
going to go.
Way different. That one went maybe, I would say, 280, 270, because it hit and stopped. So now my approach in is so much more difficult.
Just try to hit one. Hit one that's not awful. It's my new game plan.
It's a great mindset.
Oh, Nick Taylor. Need Nick Taylor to stay inside the top 8 here, now that he's not going to win the Memorial. Although Scotty just made a bogey.
Scotty just made a bogey. And he just had to chip out, too.
Breaking my wrist every time I hit it. Get on the other fairway. Fairway finder, come on.
Got those leaks going right.
It's not, like you said, I'm not committing to hitting it.
No.
Now I got 1 billion miles in for the shot.
Yeah.
237 with 75 power. I got no chance here.
No, but you can hit it up there and then wedge it on this extremely rectangular looking green.
It is. I mean, what was the postage stamp hole at the Open?
Yeah.
They all kind of look like that. See if I can actually get that. I mean, out of the rough, I probably won't be able to get it up.
Ah, just a good committed swing.
I feel like I'm
Lifting up a bit.
lifting up every
Yeah.
single time.
Lifting up a bit, you're not staying down through that shot. That's one there that really puts it in a tough spot. Holy, though.
You got 217 in here.
Golf shot. A lot of long irons getting some work in here.
Came out of the gate with a good drive, and
Yeah.
that was it. Like all U.S. Opens, don't keep that. Just don't roll into the bunker.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Hey, you're good. Oh, that even rolls out to hole high, too.
Look at that.
This is a big green.
It's a huge green, but did that ever roll and scoot up there? Right there? Look at
You're
that. Within 55.
60 feet.
Hey.
93 yards, probably hit a 52.
I would probably hit your highest lofted because of how crazy in front of this trap you are. You probably need to hit all your loft with all your might.
Well, let's do that. Let's shank this 60-degree wedge.
Positive thinking. Hit it right on the green.
I don't know if this has 93 yards in it. out of the
Probably
bunker.
doesn't, but if it doesn't, we'll chip it on. Good swing, Pat. Well done.
Get up there. Oh, no. Look at this go.
Okay. All in all, you're battling well, though, with how the situations you're in. This is kind of how it goes if you're out in the course. It's just like, hey, now you're out in front, good, and then you're out in there, and you're just trying to play situational because you're not hitting it down that center of the fairway.
Maybe I should just try to look at the ball when I hit it.
Yeah,
That could be helpful.
that would be helpful. You haven't been doing that all day?
I don't feel like I have. I feel like that's the pop-up.
It's very true. Oh, lovely.
Keep on rolling. Get
Keep
in the,
on
For the love
rolling.
of God, how?
No.
Of course it doesn't get in the gimme circle.
Another one just outside the gimme circle. Two putts bogey.
Two putts bogey.
Two putts bogey.
Stuck it. I mean, it's worth considering that I'm playing very poorly, even for my standards. And I'm still at bogey golf at
And
the
you're
moment.
still at bogey golf. All right. We've got, it runs out again down there. It looks really downhill again.
And there is fescue through the middle of the fairway as well. That
Yeah.
likely comes into play around
All right.
330, 340.
I like that.
And it's downhill 47 feet. So do you think guys, because it's downhill, obviously the wind will make that consideration for them. This being 260, probably playing 460, playing a little bit longer.
Be an interesting one. Maybe
Do you
I'll-
think someone would try to clear it?
No, I don't think anyone trying to clear it. Maybe Bryson, depending on if the wind was down. But I think your goal is just to make sure it somehow gets in the fairway.
So again, like a 5-wood,
I keep towing it.
5-wood, 3-wood, you think would be the...
Oh, missed the bunker and then hit the slope?
Oh.
Oh, it did not. How unfortunate. I am hitting it hard.
Yeah, you're carrying it 295 in the air.
Oh, yeah. No, the strength's definitely there. Just hitting it today slightly, but you know what? If we could all hit it really good, wouldn't that be a treat? But that's not golf.
Okay, let's not break your wrists.
Just give yourself a practice swing.
No. We're in the middle of a show. No practice, no gimmies, no mulligan. Well, gimmies for the putts.
No gimmies, no mulligans, no practice swings.
Just gotta stay back. I mean, so just so eager to hit it.
Yeah, that's the kicker.
Did it again. Now at least this one's gonna be like 150 yards straight. Maybe that tee is not for me.
Maybe that tee's not for you. You know
It's just
what?
a bit too high.
You took the words right out of my mouth because we have the other one here where this is actually the first one you started using with, which we can see there's probably, a good 3. Yeah. One's a One's 2 inches high, the other one's 1.5 inches high.
You know, that's a big difference. I don't know how many female viewers there are, but they'll tell you.
Big difference there.
All right, let's try to actually get a good strike with this hybrid for once. Club that, as you know, I'm coming to you for 3 years now. 5-iron, hybrid, bad clubs for me. Going much better this year.
Yeah.
And I'm scoring on par 5s a ton.
It's a big change, especially on par 3s too that are long. You need those long irons.
Well, fortunately, like I can hit that 7-iron and 6-iron so far that it's not that big, and I don't play that too many 230 par 3s.
Yeah.
All right, let's try to do something good here for once. That felt good.
Nice ball. I think it has absolutely no chance of stopping because we're at. Look at that.
See ya.
See you later. See woo Kim you later. Oh my God, 266.
Nice little 266 hybrid off the deck.
Yeah, note that.
I have a feeling that after just coming back from playing the Cabots, I really do feel like links golf is far more up my alley than thick, rough, very hard fairways.
It depends on what kind of golfer you are, but you're more of a low ball flighter, and that is a big proponent where it's like you enjoy hitting it and scooting it.
Yeah.
Where the guys they like to get it
pros.
in the air. The pros like Rory and stuff, they hit it straight up. So,
I try to do that. It just doesn't work.
I'm gonna have to do something good here.
Because that's an elevated, although it's down 15 feet, it does look like it's a bit of an elevated green from where it's at. Stay up. Ooh!
Stay in.
Stay in for a kick-in birdie.
Hey.
There you go.
Nice.
Sand held that up for you.
Yes. The sand, the spin.
Right now, you're like T4 at the U.S. Open, 1 under.
You imagine it, but you know what? Only if we had these flat lies.
Flat lies every time, not really hitting out of the sand.
Yeah, exactly. Not really hitting a bunker shot there.
So I'm lean forward, toe down.
Yeah. And then it's just back and through exactly.
Okay, I've been trying to play it like out a bit.
Yeah.
Like the swing thought is like a bit out this way, just to keep the club up.
Yeah.
Although I have been seeing like if you can like bring it out and come back in, you'll get the higher shot.
Yes. Yeah, it's more a little applicable, but when you're on this situation.
Yeah, you just want to let it roll.
Yeah, you let it roll. You need to give this one a little left. It's going to roll quite a bit to that right. Yeah, look at that. Just a little shy on the speed, but that was the perfect line on that. And you hit that on the center of the face, too.
I actually hit it. That's what I was trying to do. I thought it would roll out more.
Me too, but that was good.
Well, look at you, 1 under.
Imagine that.
Back to remain bogey golf. 10 over after 10.
10 over through 10.
So this is where the back starts. We got a par 4. Again, there's another bit of fescue that runs through that might be a problem for me. Maybe not for you.
Where's it at right here?
It looks-
Wow. Is it ever in the way right
Yeah,
here?
and this is one you can fly if you get enough of it, although that's up. Is that up 40? Yeah, it's up 41 feet, so it's an even longer drive than you would think. You gonna hit driver off the deck?
Yeah, and all it does is just take some off it. I just can't pump it with it. It'll cut, and it should stay short of that. Oh, I missed it. But it's going to run up that fairway.
That's not fairway, pal. I like this idea.
Yeah, why not? Let's test it a little bit of different. I'm 1 under. I got shots to play with.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how it works, right?
The number one thing you need to do at the U.S. Open.
Shots to play with.
So this fairway slopes heavily from left to right, too.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I was thinking that shot, because if I laid it on the ground, it would have chased the whole time.
Yeah, it would chase up a bit.
Yeah.
See, I'll aim a little. Maybe I'll aim a little bit left here, see what happens. See if I can get my swing back. Something nice and easy through it. Felt better.
And look, it didn't cut because you did it a little bit better. And you aimed left.
I aimed left.
You know what? That was the shot, though. That was the fix. You just didn't necessarily need to aim all that left there.
Of course, I hit it 215 yards with the driver.
Yeah. That'll happen. All right. Well, there's nothing like working hard on a golf course because, well, golf's too easy, right?
So you're going to have to, there's a bunker directly in front of your line. Now you're 209 away.
Yeah.
Like, do you play a cut into this?
I'm going to play a little fade into this, probably with that wind off the left side. But if I hit it hard enough, it should be, it should do the trick. I do have this one in the bag, even though I topped that driver. I left it out, but I hope I hit it hard enough.
I think you did. You might be over. Oh, no.
Now stay within 65 feet.
That's going to settle?
Maybe. I hit it really up.
I would like to
50.
take a look. I know my friend Drew Matthews has a lot of this info that I want to get his like lag putting stats.
Oh, cool.
That might be. Yes, he has it over at his site, so he runs a lot of the data for this. But it feels like it just the other thing that popped into my mind when I saw that leaderboard: DJ, Bubba, Sergio, all guys that play really well at Riviera.
Yeah.
Which have like those weird, unique green complexes. Like Bubba, not known to be a good putter, but putts well there. Has putted well with the Masters in the past, which is a lot of fast lag putting. Just get yourself to your 5-foot circle and move on. It's not so much, hey, I hit it to 9 feet. I got to make all these 9-footers in order to win.
Well, that's what Scotty does so well. Is he gives himself so many birdie opportunities that it's like, oh, well, Scotty's not even that good of a putter. You're like, no, it just looks like he's not that great because he hits 17 greens and then he misses half of them, but he still shoots 4 under.
Yeah.
But if you give a guy like Bubba, who's got a little more skill set, which is true, like than some other guys because he's so good, if you give him, if he gets, but if he gets hot, all of a sudden it's like that guy's scary around the green.
And he has the distance to hit his wedges into all this stuff too. Gotta go. Oh, it didn't go.
Oh. That was a good strike, too.
I have not hit this club well since I got it. It's been some of them it's funny because now the longer irons have become the better part of my game.
The shorter irons
like the gap wedges, like my old, I kept my old 52, 56, and 60, but like my former A wedge, I guess, which would be a 50 or a 48. I think this one's a 48. I just don't hit it far.
Is that one a little thicker than your other ones?
No, they're all thinner.
Yeah. Oh, a little thinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that makes a difference because it's a little bit uncomfortable because now all of a sudden you're playing more like blade wedges, right?
Yeah.
So they don't have as much compression in them. Let's see the bunker shot. Nice shot. Spin. Oh, that's a great shot. Well done. Just like 12 feet away.
Yeah, just got to keep making those bogeys.
Excellent.
Or is that one a double? That one's a double, I believe.
I want you to think about 2 things. 1, what makes your father special? Number 2, what makes all fathers the same? The answer to number 2 is that they are impossible to buy Father's Day gifts for. Who knows what your dad needs? But I can tell you one thing that the vast majority, almost all of fathers enjoy: steak. Barbecuing. It's perfect. When it comes to Father's Day, some things never change. A recent survey shows 75% of Americans agree there's no better way to spend Father's Day than grilling with the family. So, shop omahasteaks.com and give your dad the legendary Heartland quality he deserves. Plus, my listeners get an extra $35 off with promo code MAYO at checkout. Omaha Steaks has been America's original butcher since 1917, a family-owned company with over 100 years of expertise in the meat industry. They also carry mouth-watering burgers, chicken, pork, seafood, dessert, and easy-to-prepare comfort food. This Father's Day, give Dad the world's best steak experience with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com for a guaranteed perfect gifts that deliver legendary quality. For an extra $35 off, use promo code MAYO at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com and an extra $35 off with promo code MAYO at checkout. See site for details. Are you feeling stuck in your daily wellness routine? You're not alone on that. Our friends at Cornbread Hemp hear you. Yes, they're listening and they hear you. Their organic CBD gummies are made to help you feel better, whether it's stress, poor sleep, or just needing a moment to unwind, because Lord knows we should be taking more moments to unwind. CBD might be just what you need to level up your daily routine. Cornbread Hemp uses only the best of the hemp plant, the flower, for the purest, most potent CBD. No fillers, no junk, just full spectrum goodness. And right now, Pat Mayo Experience listeners can save 30% off your first order. Just head to cornbread.com/PatMayo and use code PatMayo at checkout. That's cornbreadhemp.com/PatMayo and use code PatMayo. The Travelers Championship, the Northeast one and only PGA Tour signature event. Can it surpass the excitement of last year's thrilling finale when Scottie Scheffler broke away from the loaded leaderboard with 3 straight birdies in the back 9 during the final round, leading to a dramatic one-hole playoff with Ton Kim winning him his 6th PGA Tour victory of the year? Will Scottie repeat as champion? Come watch as the world's best PGA Tour players try to dethrone him. All of them competing all 4 days at TPC River Highlands. The action begins June 19th and runs through June 22nd. For tickets and information, visit TravelersChampionship.com to see the greats, including Scottie Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Xander Schauffele, Ludwig Oberg, and the rest. The Travelers Championship. There is only one.
11 over after 11. I
Keeping
assume
the
we're coming up
bogeys
to a
going.
par 5. So this is the one that I was talking about, that the fairway slants heavily left to right, and it's nearly impossible to get it there in 2. Like, it's 538 for you, or
Jeez.
5.
It's 600 yards.
Yeah, it's 600 yards, and I think it plays longer.
All right. So I'm probably going to have to go driver.
Driver?
Probably. But I'm going to see if I can use that extra set gear I have and see if I can launch this thing.
Well, it's going to be dead straight. You got to stay out of that bunker. It doesn't roll in.
I don't think it'll get there. I crushed that.
And there it goes.
120 for 172 is pretty solid. I'll definitely take 348 anytime.
Think that'll be fine?
Yeah, that was
It's
good.
funny because that's right around where Dustin kept being, and just he'd have to. I think the closest he got it to maybe like 30 yards of the green.
Yeah, I have a feeling though that that's like the second shot's quite difficult.
Well, it looks like it's all below your feet.
Yeah. All right, after topping my last drive and then hitting it 348, I feel like I've come back for redemption.
I mean, I'm still working on redemption here 12 holes in after my first drive of the day. I haven't hit one off the center of the club face yet. Get it again. I'm cracking my wrist at impact every time. I don't know why. Oh, bunker, fun.
That's going to be a little bit of a wedge out.
Well,
Let's see where we're going to go with this one. You're not going to be able to go in that direction. We're probably just going to be hitting like a pitching
I was going to
wedge.
say pitching wedge.
Yeah, probably out towards this right here.
Yeah, and this will still end up being a pretty big shot in for me, even if I hit this well.
Yeah, even if you hit this well, you're probably going to have 170 to 200 yards in. Just contact with this one.
Pulled it left.
Yeah, tons of room.
Is it going to be short of it?
Yep, should be plenty. Now coral right. Oh yeah,
Stay on the fairway.
nice, great layup after that.
Yeah, it's exactly what I was trying to do. I got just so fast through that.
Yeah. Oh, 252 actually.
252 left for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it seems like you should be able to get there.
I don't know why the boys wouldn't be able to get there if they're 252.
I think it's longer.
I think it's longer too, because this is realistically, I'm only hitting a 4-iron down this hill. Oh, just a hair right. Sit right in front of the right green. That'll be fine.
That's the spot to be. It's probably the easiest birdie hole on the back.
I think
Simply
so.
because it's a par 5. I got 174 in. Take my 7 at this. I guess that's right. And that's right at the front, too.
I think 7, yeah. 7 or 8. Down.
Yeah,
one.
I feel like the 8 just wouldn't get there.
Yeah, be more comfortable hitting a longer club too.
See if I can hit this well. Hit well last time on that par 3.
Yeah.
Actually,
That's the mindset, Pat. Look at the mindset change now. And all of a sudden, this guy's a wizard.
hit my 7-iron well. Too well, apparently.
Wow, that
Stay-
was crazy.
Still going.
No way.
Is it outside of the, I'm in 3-putt range?
I think so. 68 feet.
What was it?
65.
65?
3 feet, 8 inches. I love how we're at the whim of putting, though, too. So it's like, you really do have to get lucky.
So this is back uphill, too.
Yeah, this is a nice one. This is a great little leave. This is actually, for me and for a lot of pros, this is pretty makeable. Oh, I just didn't give it the right gas, but that's okay. I think we got another birdie, I think, maybe?
Another birdie, you're back to 1 under.
Oh,
Or
no,
2 under.
2 under. I never made a bogey yet.
Look at you. Not making bogeys.
Yeah, crazy, right? You know what, Pat, though? It's June. I've been practicing a lot.
I've been playing a lot. It's not helping me today. What do you got here? So this is only 180. So this is probably the easiest, I'm guessing, of the par 3s, although the bunkering here looks outrageous.
Holy. I don't really, there's no, a good answer if you're going to ask me where do you miss. I'm going to say nowheres.
Just get it on the
You
green
have to
somewhere.
hit it on the green. Should I hit it off this tee or what?
Saw a guy, I played with a guy who was doing that on every part, like it was 120 yards, tee it up and hit like a wedge. Like, what are you doing? This is...
You're allowed to put a tee under it as long as
No,
it's
but like he had
on
it
the
teed
ground.
up. I was like, geez.
All right.
Hoisted. It's got the gas. How soft does it sit? Ooh.
Oh,
You might be
another one.
first round leader at the U.S.
Yes.
Open here.
Wouldn't that be nice? Trackman first round leader. Sign me up.
But this is probably, that was what, a 180 shot for you?
Yeah, that was just a money 7-iron. If I have 180 on the ticket, I'm so good. Because I hit my 7-iron about like 172 to 176, so I can just hit it a little harder. You can give it that extra ounce that you like. Because usually we hit it better when there's a slight bit more intensity to it.
Cooked it left.
Yeah, that was a nice stroke. Oh,
Didn't have the guts anyway.
testing out the bunkers.
Pulling it instead of
Instead of swinging out. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're getting a little cross.
All right.
Let's see what this bunker game says.
Well, again, easier to hit off this than the actual bunker. I'll open up my face as big as I can. It's the only bunker shot I can hit.
Oh, man. You got this bunker. Oh, go in.
Oh,
Hey. Nice. Is that a par?
Par? There we go. Just got to hit it in the bunker. I guess I'm a pro. I need the miss in the bunker every time.
I love the. Is that par? Oh, that was great. I love your bunker game right now. It's honestly that is the best.
For
facet of
whatever
your game.
reason,
you're comfortable.
I have no yips in the bunker. Like even just playing with my friends who are like pretty good short game players cannot hit bunker shots because they're so.
Why do you think that is? I have the answer to that actually.
But you saw how like I'm tentative to hit some of these chips from the rough and the fairway, but in the bunker, you're not a problem.
You need speed to get through the bunker.
But why do I have no problem committing to that shot?
Because you know you're allowed to commit to it. And you know that if you give it too much commitment with a wedge, you can thin it over the green.
Yeah.
And you just have to live with that being a product. It's basically like I tell a lot of guys when I'm teaching them, like, I've played this game long enough where people fear stuff, but it's like I stand over this ball and it's like, man, I can top this, shank it, I can hit it high, low, I can do whatever I want. So I'm just gonna try to make the best swing possible because I can already do all that stuff. When you're chipping, that's what we're like, I wouldn't want to thin it in the back bunker, so you don't do it.
So this is number 14. This is on the shorter side.
This is a nice golf.
I feel like this gets you into trouble if you
3.
do not hit the fairway.
Yeah, there's a lot of bunkers out there.
There's 200 scattered across this course.
I left it out. Oh.
So yeah, that's where the big number comes into play right there.
That's going to be a tester. We have, we're going to get down there and see if I have to chip out sideways, or
Chuck me
can I go with the green?
that tee.
Oh, yes, here's your shorter one.
Thank you, my short little tee. Just try to stay down on the ball and stop breaking your wrist, you moron.
Couldn't agree more, Pat.
Give it my super strength grip.
Yeah, and like you talked about, finish out towards the middle of the screen, the target. Don't try to pull that thing across you. Boy,
There it is.
You did it. There's the commitment.
And I still missed it.
No, it's fine.
Stay on!
I mean,
Finally, I got my swing back.
but that's the idea where it's like your swing hasn't been wrong mechanically. It's been delivering wrong. That's a good way to put it. And that's for people, man, especially watching this. It's like sometimes you go out there and you just suck, and it's totally okay. But your goal is go figure it out. Don't pack the day in. Go use the day. I have to use a lot of skill here right now.
So you need to get this up.
Yeah, I'm hitting actually a club that doesn't go 90. I'm hitting my 60, but I'm going to rip this thing. And because I have to get a lot of speed on it, and it's going to go left.
I think you got it there. We'll see. Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. That's when the sport gets a little unconventional, where it's like my whole goal was...
That's a Spieth shot.
Yeah, just up. How high can you hit it? And then whatever the product is afterwards, all
What do
good.
we got here? 72. I'm just going to hit a little choke down 3/4 sandwich. See if that works.
Nice shot. Oh, go in. Oh,
It's all right. Well, we're building a par streak.
This is crazy, right?
Not great for DraftKings scoring, but good for me. So this is the second hardest hole on the course. Now we're hitting game time here.
Yeah, this is the crunch.
476. It looks like it's uphill, but it's not.
No, it's not that uphill when it gets down and over it, but look at right where I'm trying to hit this thing is
Right in
all
between the bunkers.
Is all the junk.
Well, I think this is
What
why
a well-built hole.
I think this is why they moved the tees back, because guys can fly that no problem now.
I couldn't agree more if that was what was happening, because I have to try, once again, a great one here. What's in my mind is I'm trying to produce a really straight swing. Speed doesn't matter. And I let it out to the right, which is probably going to be okay. Yeah, that's perfectly fine there.
What do you think that the actual lie from that rough is going to be like to hit out of?
I don't know if you'll be able to get it there, because it says I have 170 yards in, and I'd have to believe if I get up there and I can't see my ball, most likely you're going to have to, especially with the bunker there, you're going to have to probably lay up to 50, 40 yards. Or what they're going to try to do is guys are going to try to advance it as close as they can to the green, but then that's going to make it difficult.
Yeah.
Catching a corner of the bunker, corner of the rough, the wrong slope, you're trying to push something that doesn't need to be pushed. But me right now, it's a fairly simple shot.
Especially playing on the sim when it's
Yeah.
not going to eat up your club trying to come through the ball.
No.
Because I saw it a few times at Muirfield Village as well. Scotty was actually the best at, Rory's really good at this, why they're the best.
Yeah.
But Ben Griffin, Nick Taylor, and Scotty basically all had the same lie within 10 minutes of each other. Maybe it was slightly different but Scotty, he just elevated the ball up out of this thick rough and it landed softly, and Ben Griffin and Nick Taylor and Akshay just hacked it out from exactly the same spot to try to run it up, and they all came up 40 yards short of it.
It's where Scotty just, as I watch him almost make a putt, it's impressive to watch what he does in difficult situations, actually. It's almost like the Tiger effect. What's he going to do now? And then all of a sudden he does it, and you're like, wow, that's remarkable.
Big slice. Cracked my wrist again.
Stay short of it.
Oh no, so let's pretend like this is my actual shot at the US Open. How dead do you think I am in there? Dead?
I don't think you're dead. I think you get the ball if there's someone out there looking for it. I think you're out there, and I think you just probably pitch it back to like here.
Yeah, but there's no chance I'm actually, what am I out here, 187?
I don't think there's a day in the world that even one of the professionals gets that there unless they walk up and their lie is perfect.
Yes, so someone gave him a fluffer in the fescue.
Yeah.
Well, the fescue can be, I don't know how it is here.
You want me to aim you a little more left? Just
yeah.
Are you going for the? Yeah, you're going for the.
Yeah,
green.
I'm going for the green.
Okay,
Why not?
perfect. Oh, of course.
What are we doing here?
I just wanted to confirm, Pat.
Have I been gripping the club wrong this whole time? So I have to cross my fingers. Now I'm trying to figure out, like, why am I breaking my wrist? That's not something I normally do.
Yeah, well, it's something that's just about today, like I said.
Got stage fright playing on camera.
Yeah, man. The first few times I played on camera, actually, when I was doing it, I made it terrible. It's a great learning moment, though, because you get to rewatch it and you can look at it.
Oh, I'm not rewatching. I mean, I'm going to edit it.
You're going to edit it. Oh, it actually reacted
Oh, like I was in the
like
fescue.
you were in the fescue.
That makes way more. I thought I hit that pretty well.
Interesting. Yeah, look at that. It like
I hit it off the toe, but
It hit the hill and popped up. Oh, that was interesting. Wow. Five feet down, 90.
well, Scotty with a 3-stroke lead on the back here at Muirfield Village. I feel like, I hope he doesn't have it wrapped up, that Nick Taylor can birdie out or something like that.
Birdie would be nice to watch.
Well, it didn't eat up your shot.
No, it's got to sit. Sit.
Yeah, it's still going, too.
Still going. It is going to sit, but it's like, I see that's a pretty great shot if where I'm at, like in real life, because I'm 40 feet away.
Yeah, you're not going to get it to stop.
No. 147, fairly traditional lie here.
It's going to be, in real life, I would not be hitting a 9-iron here. I'd probably have to hit like a big 7 and try to cut through. And not turn the club over.
And it's so hard when you're hitting out of the long rough because you have to go down
so
much.
quickly.
So it's like it's a guess. Or that's, Nick Taylor just made a putt from the fringe.
Oh, that was
For a par.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Just stay inside the top 5, Nick Taylor. That's all or top 8, sorry. That's all we need you to do.
Yeah, great commitment on that one. Go. How'd you hit it off the...
Hit it right off the heel.
Little heel thin. You get to showcase your bunker game.
That's true. Just aim for the bunker every time.
What are your thoughts on Keegan Bradley?
I feel he legitimately cannot putt.
Oh, yeah, I know. He is a tough time putting.
Like, tee to green, he's been awesome.
He's like Lucas Glover. He's almost one of those guys that never loses his ball striking. It's impressive. Even though he sets up, too, and how he does it.
This is not the bunker you want to be in here. At least I have, I guess, room to work with. But that's like big, like, get it up quickly.
This is a get up quick. And you did. And it's great. Look at this.
Stop.
Spin, too? Man. I'm going to get you to give me bunkers lessons at this point. I mean, don't get me wrong. You've had a lot of work today on it. But that's impressive.
So we should, I bet you this is a par 3 coming up, number 16. Yeah, par 3. Is this the really, really long one?
No.
Oh, no, this is the index 16, so this one shouldn't be too hard.
No.
So I guess it's...
Oh, it is for me.
239?
This is the long one, yeah.
But I think this is playing at 260.
I believe you're right.
So good luck.
Yeah, I'm going to need it. I'm going to take my iron that is one of the flatter ones.
You're not going to play a 2-wood like this is suggesting you do?
No. I'm an iron player. I have a 3-iron all the way through my bag, and actually at this current moment don't even have a 3-wood in it.
So where's the miss here? The miss actually looks like it's short. That's a good shot, though. There's the short. Funnel it on.
That's a nice golf shot.
Do you think most people will like no one's. I mean, 240.
244 iron?
They're not going to be going full hog, try to flight this and land it a foot from. Like you're going to have to play it.
I just played it exactly where my 3-iron would have flew the green onto
but like
the green.
a little bit more to the left, it feels like you get the better rollout.
100%. I just had that idea where it said if I hit a normal 215-yard shot, I should get the other 20 or 25 yards on the ground.
I'd like to be able to draw this, but
Oh, Nick Taylor just hit it in the pond.
Nick Taylor in the pond? Great news.
You know what, though? He needs to recover just like you have all day long today. Just hit it a little sideways and then recover with a nice one. That's what it's all about.
Try to hit a draw with this. We'll see how this goes.
I like that idea. That's the mindset we
If I can draw it into this hill, but I'm just coming over the top so much. You gotta stay back. Stay back.
How much can you tell yourself before you hit it to stay back?
Nope. Hit the draw swing and hit a slice.
Draw swing with the open face. Yeah.
It's too bad.
A little chip shot here, just like that bunker.
Yeah, maybe I'll just try to hit them all like bunker shots, see what happens.
This one, actually, you can do that exactly. Just hit them all like bunker shots.
Well, I do like hitting like a flop shot more than hitting basically
Your
anything.
technique with a flop shot is great. Nice shot. Man, it's right, though. Like, your technique is so proper with that. You just need to trust that same technique with the other
With the
parts
other
of your
shots?
game. Yeah, with the other parts of your game. But it's the same for me, like my wedging and chipping. I haven't been able to do it much today, but it's the best. And all it is because I have confidence in it. It doesn't mean it's actually the best. I just actually believe in myself. I'm sitting over, I'm like, I got this.
Well, I feel like that's big for my driver, too. Like the other day, once I hit the good one.
Oh, this is cool.
Oh, so what are we doing here? This is
I don't know. I need to
315.
locate a tee. I got one.
315 up slightly. How does this is strange. How does this not play as the easiest hole on the course?
Probably because the green complex might be very difficult.
That's true. And I guess if you get sandwiched into the rough here or here or here
I'm
going
guessing
for
that
it.
I'm guessing the left is really difficult in real life, but I think the reason that it's the toughest is if you look at the whole right side of the hole, it's OB. That white line.
Oh, it's all OB.
Is all OB.
So you can miss badly there or miss badly going for it left.
Yeah, exactly.
It's only 315. Like guys will be hitting what, 5 wood?
Not probably. Well, depends with the drive. It's uphill though. I'm gonna hit this pretty hard actually.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like, what does Rory hit there?
5-3 wood, something like that. 5 wood, 3 wood.
But is this where the advantage comes in for him and the long hitters, like holes like this?
Yeah,
Where
because they can rip it up on the green. It's hard to believe some guys don't have that gas, or some guys go through training it, like Matt Fitzpatrick, and he gets it. But then it's loose speed. Rory has such strong speed. It's almost like when he swings hard, he hits it better. It's so interesting. But he has I think Rory could be really good at this course.
He should be, but when is Rory a bad pick?
It's true.
And then you use him, then you pick him, and you're like, oh, what the fuck are you doing? Like at the PGA Championships, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, really though. You're like, hey, dude. It's like the meme when you're poking someone with a stick. Do something. Yeah. Good conviction there, buddy. Even though we see it turn.
Get up over it.
Go.
Oh, it's in the bunker.
Oh, a little bit of a tougher bunker shots we have here. They're long bunker shots.
I don't like these as much.
No, these ones aren't as fun.
So this is, what, a 50-yard bunker shot?
You can probably treat this more in here as just a regular shot.
True.
You probably don't need to open the face as much.
Oh, yes, I do.
Oh,
Get this thing.
oh yes, I do.
Land nice and softly here.
All right, let's see some good speed through this. Nice. Spin.
Yeah.
All right, Pat.
It'll do.
You know what? For a 50-yard bunker shot, that's
I
pretty,
hit that right there.
Yeah. Look at it. right on the middle of it, though.
I didn't get it turned back around in time.
All right. 31 yards.
I can see with like the deepness of these bunkers how this ends up playing tough.
Yeah. Especially in real life, it's not as hard today, but.
That looks better.
Oh my
It's
God.
deep too.
Spin? Is that within the range? 61.3, baby.
Easy game for you.
The one that kept rolling, though, that was like 7 feet away from going in, and then all of a sudden it was 68.8 was the funniest today.
Yeah.
just didn't deserve the extra putt, and they gave it to you anyways. They're just like, hey. Let's see that. Thank you. All right. Wow. 500-yarder to end the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what do we got here? We got a bunker that will cripple you on the left.
Yep.
And there's 2 little ones on the right if it does leak a little bit right.
The T-balls at this course are very strategic. Oh, I duck hooked it. Oh, go left though. Yeah, go left. Nice. If you're gonna miss it, guys,
Miss it big.
miss it big.
So Nick Taylor put it into the drink on a layup on that short par 4.
Yes, on
Off
the
the tee.
T-ball, he hit a big hook just like I did, and unfortunately, it's just that, like when you have that much speed, I just towed it. I didn't make a bad swing, but as soon as you tow it, it goes left, and it's just I could see it right when he hit it. It went left in a hurry.
All right, let's have a nice one here to end it.
Yeah.
It's 217. I have not been hitting it. It's bad news if I'm not carrying 217 bunker.
You got 217.
I know I do, but I haven't today.
It's very true, but commitment on this last one. Oh, stay in.
Stay in between them. Back into it.
Crazy, man. This course is littered with bunkers. How many did you say was on it?
200.
Holy. There's just no avoiding it, really.
So, but do you think that targeting someone with good bunker play is actually, because it's not like...
I'm not going to lie. It's a statistic you want to look at.
It is, but how much does that really tell you? Oh, hey, this guy is good out of the bunker. Does that really make a difference if he's 274 out?
Not necessarily. However, usually guys who are traditionally just crafty out of bunkers can do it. They just figure out a way to do it.
So after your hook, you'll be in the deep rough, 205 left.
Yeah, I'd be laying up probably in front of the bunker there. And
Oh,
then,
so you would probably be playing it out to like here.
Yep, exactly. And then wedging it back on if it was the long rough. But since we're not there, I'm going to just hit a little tight draw, see if I can get up on the green.
Oh, Taylor only has like 12 feet for bogey now. Get up there. Gonna
Now
keep on
stay.
rolling too.
Stay within my 65 mark. 46.
Yeah, 284, and this looks like. Well, how problematic do you think these bunkers are going to get? Like, I have to lay up.
You have
here.
to lay up. There, you have no option except for to lay up. Probably hitting some sort of pitching wedge or even gap wedge.
I have a gap wedge in my hand,
Yeah.
the one that I don't hit well.
You're probably just going to hit it and honestly, hit it straight. And if you can get it over that bunker, great. And if you can't, well, then you're just in front of it and you have a wedge in. Oh, it hit the
You hit the lip.
lip. What a,
Yeah, I thought I hit that pretty well.
yeah, you did. What a bunker, man.
So this is where this course is going to gobble you
Well,
up.
then imagine that one. You hit the lip, and now you didn't look how close you would have been to getting into a decent spot, and now you're still buried.
Yeah.
That would be the idea behind it. It's like, oh, all of a sudden you're still buried in the rough.
So what do you think about, I mean, I'm one of two minds of this, like when I'm trying to think about the types of players that I would want or the types of players that can excel here. If we can be almost, like obviously you want the guys hit the straightest and longest. They're going to have the path of least resistance as we've seen playing this. Yep. But if you're a bit wayward off the tee, do you want your Morikawa great long iron players, or do you, knowing that everyone's just going to have to hack out anyway, do you want those guys that are like actually really good from 50 to 75 yards, knowing that so many of the punch outs are going to be in that?
Yeah.
Does that help someone like Justin Thomas?
It does. Justin Thomas is a good bet because it's when you're looking at that statistic. But if a guy like Colin Morikawa strikes it well enough off the tee, he is actually maybe a top tier pick, especially in your lineup, because he is the number one long iron player. And how many times did I have a 4-iron or 6-iron or 3-iron into a hole, even when I hit a good one down the thing? So I think that Colin is still skilled enough, like a Justin Thomas, to do that, but I think he has that little edge on being a better long game player.
But does that long game matter when you're 202 in the thick rough? Like, does that mitigate it at all, knowing that they're not going to be able to fly it there anyway?
It does, technically. Yeah, it would come down. It really will come down to who's going to hit the driver really good. And
so bombers and total drive. I mean, not even total driving, but
accuracy, which is tough not to look at Scotty.
That's the whole. Then now we're back to Scotty again. Although Bryson hits a good number of fairways.
Yeah, you're right. And when Bryson's on, though, he's so on, and he did have 2 great finishes already in the.
Yeah, they just feel
majors.
disappointing.
Yeah, so he most likely is going to show up again because he didn't achieve one of those. Rory's the opposite, where Rory actually achieved the greatest feat he could, so he might fall off the face of the earth for the rest of the year, which would suck. But he's got that monkey off his back. It works in 2 ways.
And he has not hit his irons well since the Masters, at all. He's basically turned into Bryson with his irons. And I mean, Bryson keeps gagging away Sundays. He plays poorly on Sundays now, which is strange.
I think it's the lack of competitive rounds on the live.
Come back. It's not coming back.
We're going to get one more Pat Mayo bunker experience. Maybe that's the new show. Yeah. Pat Mayo bunker experience.
I'll start a TikTok. Just here's how I play out of the bunker. I'm in it a lot, apparently. Just
Can you please make a reel of every bunker shot today?
I'm pulling my wedges, slicing my driver. Then all of a sudden, we're here.
All right, Pat. Let's see it. One golf shot.
Well, after hitting them well all day long, one of them has to go really poorly. This is probably the one.
Or it doesn't. He just nips it just past the pin there.
And there it goes.
A little long on that one. Oh, hit very well in the center of the face, though, after seeing that.
It just went. I thought it would stop a little bit, but it runs out. All right, so what do you make of it? Who are you picking? Oh, Pat Mayo, 2 putts for double bogey to get to plus 16. He played better than bogey golf.
Better than bogey
golf. Look at that,
golf.
87.
Look at that, par 71. I found...
so which one doesn't play? So number 9, which played as a par 5 for us, is a par 4 coming in. What do you think your favorite hole here was? Thinking back to it. It's hard to not be out there and see it visually.
It's hard to not be out there, but that drivable one, the 17th, I think it's gonna. I'm actually excited to watch that hole. That's a cool one to put as a spectator. I'm really intrigued to watch that golf hole and see what the guys do because it could be a make or break.
You know what I just remembered I wasn't doing with my driver?
What's that?
Keeping my head behind the ball.
Well,
I was leaning it forward, therefore coming over the top.
Well, that's what we discovered. It took you 18 holes to figure it out, but you got it.
That just clicked in my mind. I'm like, what am I doing that I don't... What do I normally do that I'm not doing right now?
A golfer at all times. Everyone's the same. You're even having a conversation with something else, you're still thinking, you're like, why was my driver a little bit off? You know what? My number 1 pick, because I'd really like to see it done, but I think that he might actually have a chance, is Colin Morikawa.
I don't think he can just win the U.S. Open. I feel like it's not even that his short game is bad.
No.
It's just he finds ways to make bogeys at the worst times.
Yeah.
You need someone who is... And this is why Scotty, you just come back to Scotty. We have even watched it with the memorial going on in the background. Nick Taylor made double bogey on that hole. Oh. I need him to get one back here. I think there's a par 5 coming up. There's one more par... No, the par 5s are done.
The par 5s are done.
Great. Fantastic. Good. Great. Grand. Where was I at? Yeah. Like when I said that it looked like Scotty didn't hit the ball all that hard.
Yeah.
it's because he was hitting it to the shortest part. He was giving himself 40 feet to 2-putt because he didn't like the situation he was in. He's not going to go for it.
He just doesn't go for it.
And that's the Dustin strategy.
Yeah.
And that's how Dustin did it. He didn't go for a single pin all week.
That was Collins back in the day when he came out on tour and won those first 2 majors, though. He was really impressive in his patience. He would never attack anything. I think since he's now been trumped, per se, by Rory, Scotty, all those guys, that now he feels the need to, like, try harder.
I don't know about that, though, because the iconic shot that he hit at Harding Park was a driver on a short par 4 where he just went pin seeking and hit it there.
And it was soft, though, too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, interesting. Who do you think?
I mean,
I don't know how we stray away from Scotty.
but you're, what are you going to bet Scotty?
Yeah,
3
exactly.
to 1 to win the U.S. Open?
No.
I do come back to Bryson, weirdly enough, just because it feels like he is going to be there. I don't know what Rahm we're going to get. We've seen better Rahm at the Masters. Obviously, he was better at the PGA Championship. But
I just think the lack of reps those guys get competitively, like in the trenches, like coming down the final few holes, battling against someone good. We've seen Rahm just explode.
well, do you think that's necessarily his fault on, like, at the PGA Championship? Once he got down by so much, he had to start pin seeking on holes that you couldn't pin seek at. But what does he care if he comes 7th?
Yeah, he doesn't care. He was trying to win.
Yeah. So is it that he got a little bit behind? Scotty started out flanking him, and once he knew he had to go hit a shot, he went and hit a shot. It just didn't hit.
Wonder what Rahm, have you looked and seen where's Rahm sit on the odds board?
Rahm is 5th on the odds board.
Which is low compared to everyone else who's playing well.
Yeah, but he's close enough.
It's true, though.
He's
And
in that, like,
finished in top like 10 of every live event too. As much as you want.
So it was like
take.
Richard Bland.
Yeah, exactly. As much as you want to take from that. But this was good, man.
Like, would you like Xander or Rahm? Like, Xander's driver worries me. That he has too many misses.
Xander hasn't been performing, so I wouldn't take Xander. I'm a big believer, because I play it for a living, is you're hot when you're hot and you're off when you're off, and you have to figure it out. Now, Nick Taylor's that weird one who can randomly play 7.
Well, that's why I ended up picking Nick Taylor this week. It's just like, who knows? He hasn't won in a while. Maybe he'll win this week.
Yeah.
Siwoo was the same way.
Siwoo's
like,
exactly
Siwoo just turned into the best player on earth for 27 holes somehow.
Yeah, and it's so impressive. But I think the guys, I mean, stuff to stay away from Scotty. I really like Bryson. That's a really good one.
Do you like
but
Bryson?
If I was gonna go,
do you like Bryson more than Rory?
Yeah, definitely Bryson more.
Do you like
than
Bryson
Rory.
more than Rahm? Bryson more than, I mean, it seems like you like
Bryson
Colin.
more than Rahm is probably 50-50. I put them the same if I'm thinking about it. Yeah, because I think Rahm's going to play really good. I think he's a little bit pissed off that he failed. Do you know what I mean? Because he doesn't do that. He doesn't come down the final stretch, especially on the Saturday when he made double bogey and bogey, he shoots himself, blah, blah, and you're just playing bad. He doesn't do that. So he's probably, like, worked effortlessly over this last month because he's almost probably embarrassed because he's such an amazing player. So I think he might come back with some vengeance. But you said Sergio, a lot of guys like ball strikers, really good guys on this course. Rahm's also an ox, so he's one guy that can play in this rough.
Yes.
So that's kind of where but that's why Rahm and Bryson are so similar. But I think Colin hits his driver well, and I think that it's going to be a dart fest from him, like just a shootout because he's so good with the long irons. But if he misses his driver, he'll just miss the cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll just miss the cut.
Cantlay's starting to play a little bit better, but he just has such a bad track record in majors. Although he was 3rd at the U.S. Open last year.
It's true. He shows up in big moments, though.
Yeah. Pendrith?
Pendrith, I like Pendrith, but he's like my 4th favorite Canadian, like for scoring, like who I'm gonna bet. Like I'm gonna take Nick Taylor's definitely my number 1 for.
But yeah, I mean Nick Taylor is prone to shoot 85.
Yeah, but Pendrith's been playing really well.
I like Pendrith for TPC Toronto.
Yes, I also agree. I think if you're gonna pick a Canadian, Pendrith can show up.
Connors is probably your best bet to be the best.
Yep.
But Pendrith is probably your best bet to win. Neither of them are probably good bets to win.
Yeah, neither of them are good bets to win because the odds of a Canadian winning, 2 out of 3 years is probably just outrageous.
No, I meant at the U.S. Open.
Oh, at the U.S. Open. Yeah. No, that's there's some interesting. This is an interesting golf course now that we got to play it because I'm thinking about what it's going to be like with the long rough. I'm trying to put myself through my round again and how many more squares would have been on my card.
Probably a lot.
Yeah, because I hooked like 4 drives and then I just played them from the decent areas that they were.
But if you're Bryson and you're doing that, and you're not 174 from the hole.
You're
101 from the hole. It's far more. That's how we won at Wingfoot. It's
true.
Like, do you think that strategy works here? I guess.
Yeah, I agree. I think that strategy works great. The bomb and gouge can work here if you draw some decent lies. Yeah.
And even if you don't, you're
still fine.
Yeah, if you can just. I mean, all those clubs are the same anyway.
Like, you kind of just have to avoid the double bogeys at this golf course.
And Bryson's putting should be enough to do that. I'm just trying to find myself a way to talk myself into Bryson.
You know what? I don't think you have to search too far.
Yeah.
To talk yourself into Bryson.
Smash the like while you are here. Sub to Mayo Media Network. Obviously, we have a ton more U.S. Open content coming. There's something fun that we wanted to add during a major week. Give me your winner down in the description. Give you a chance to win 2 boxes of Underdog branded Pro V1 X's. VX?
No, X's. Yeah, you said that great.
Yeah. I had it right. Now I started questioning myself. The shine off this ball that we've been using, the Underdog logo is a bit faded. Yours will not be when you receive them in the mail if you end up being a winner. I think I'm giving away a PXG driver next week as well, so stay tuned to the show for all that. If you really want to help us out and get some more ballots in that draw, rating and review, Apple, Spotify always goes a long way. All right, I'm Pat Mayo. This is Neal Ryan. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Mayo experience. Experience.